It's Hump Day, everybody. Welcome to the HammerFist podcast, brought to you by MMA Fight Pass. We're here live at the Spike and Rail in Selma, California. Also, we want a big shout out to Klepler Digital. They're the ones that keep us online. Also, Alonso, about millions. I've seen Alonso out there at Tachi just a little bit ago at the media day, and they're having a meet and greet with Juan Ramirez. That's a different Jose. They all look the same. But no, it's a good deal. That I was at that entertainment center over there, Tachi. Oh my God, that place is awesome. I've seen pictures, but first time in person, and that's where they're having it. And man, I'm proud of the tribe investing in themselves.
Man, the bowling alley, everything,
oh
the billiards,
God,
they got
theater,
movie theater. It's
like
phenomenal.
Too.
Yeah.
More outside fights.
Yeah. That was one of the things. But anyways, we're going to continue with our sponsors, 559 Fights, hopping on board with us and us with them. And hell of a show today. We got the Wierd ear guys here, Wierd ear gear guys, and they came with gifts. So the ones that other guys that are on the show, check this out, man. $30.
It's customary. It's customary to bring.
But anyways, no, we're gonna. A lot of stuff has happened this last weekend with UFC, and then we had the bare knuckle fighting, man. Who did any of you guys get to watch any of that?
I did. I mean, I keyed on JC Lomas because I mean he's hilarious.
Yeah.
But,
good people. But you know what? A lot of people are saying this is the next big thing, dude. It's been going on since the 1800s.
Well, I mean, with the whole thing with with judo and jiu-jitsu and everything, it's catching steam now.
Yeah,
I think IG and everything's pushing.
Yeah.
But with the bare knuckle, I mean, it's a lot safer for the guy. I mean,
you could see how much. Yeah, you know what? You would think, oh, bare knuckle, God, these guys are getting all fucked up. Well, they do, but they're protecting the fighters a lot quicker, man.
There's a lot less intensity from the hand.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't throw as hard. You can blow your hand up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I'm a fan. I'm a fan, man. I think I made a couple of posts during the fights saying, man, I could see like a Mickey Martinez versus Little Bear or something at Tachi.
That would be good.
You know, these guys went to war, a couple times.
Yeah, if they bring it here, I'm
I think it would be seldom. I was thinking bring back the tough men like they had. You were involved in that at that time. The hell the tough men bring that bare knuckle.
Yeah. I mean,
oh my God.
And for me, it takes it back to like going to high school and street fighting, but it makes sense the way they're doing it now. Their hands are wrapped to the top. They're not covering the knuckles. It's a better style of fighting, and because you got to protect your hand, you got to still box, but at the same time,
it's not boring.
It's not boring.
There's
no hugging and pushing.
And that's an art, and you can't, I mean, obviously just Wierd ear. That's where that comes from that art.
Yeah,
that's designed to do that. But and that's it exactly. It's an art. But with that, just the style of a stand-up man. Joe Riggs, man, that guy, he came alive, man. I mean, he was always good in the stand-up anyway, but that he's doing what he should be doing.
Well, then the heavyweights, Joey Belch.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're known for killing each other.
All the fights were good. Yeah. All the fights were good. All the fights were good. The girls were brutal. The girls were brutal.
They really stepped it up, haven't they?
Yeah, it was brutal. And then to have it right there in Cancun.
I mean, the scenery's got to be great. Oh my God. Horrible card to be on.
There's a lot of guys.
Oh man.
I'm not doing it. Right. Signed up quick.
I mean, shout out to Omar, Rocky Molina, friends of ours. I mean, didn't go the way it went that he hoped. He was out in about 26 seconds, man.
Wow.
But he didn't look out of his element. He looked like he was ready to fight.
He was ready, but look at the guy he's fighting, man.
And I mean, Rich has fought a couple hundred fights, every style you can think of, and so I think maybe the multitude of Rich has been in this. This is not his first bare knuckle, and Omar going in first time. He doesn't have the depth that Rich has. I think maybe a different opponent for Omar. But he did a lot better.
A lot better. But I noticed a lot of stuff. Shannon Rips, prop to him, man. The guy's been around forever, has over 100 and some fights and stuff like that. But there was a moment at the beginning, man, when he was throwing those haymakers, that he could have been caught with something a little bit more. I mean, Rocky going in there, his first experience at that type of fight, but someone that fights at a pace, not out of panic, get a caught him with an overhand right and drop it.
Yeah, he was.
Because he was throwing it with his head down like that.
He was
Throwing
down.
haymakers, huh?
His
Yeah.
right was crisp, but his left was looping open.
It was
And
like,
then he dropped it down like a
and he
windmill.
looked off balance.
He did.
But I mean, it's easy for us to say because we're watching. But
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't
sure.
us.
I watched my
It
own
wasn't
fights, I'm
us
like, what the hell
inside,
was I
so-
doing, man? What was that?
Yeah, biggest
Yeah.
critics, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
So you
Like
guys,
more than
so you guys knew a couple of the fighters personally?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was-
Omar Rocky. He's been in the fight scene in the Valley for a while, and he moved down to Mexico. And
Nice.
JC, Yama still calling?
yeah, he's gonna call him
He's
later
gonna call in
on.
the show. And
Oh,
I mean,
snap.
the cool thing about JC Yamas is he started and he did his first MMA match just to do it, and then he's like, "Oh, you gotta do jiu-jitsu and you gotta do
He's
this."
a
Now
jiu- yeah, he's a
champion
jiu-jitsu guy.
MMA champion jiu-jitsu guy, and I mean, now
The
he's
guy's even a rapper,
he's a rapper,
Oh,
Mexican
shit.
rapper.
He's like the
Something like
MMA of the
He does everything, man.
He's
He
a-
goes to movies.
Yeah, why not try it
That's
all?
awesome.
Shit.
You gotta do it all.
Yeah, he does it all, man.
don't
And
limit
he held
yourself.
his own. I'm proud of him. I mean, against a USC vet, you know,
Chris
and
Lytle,
Lytle's been doing that stuff
I've
for
trained with
quite a
Lytle.
while.
Lytle's a beast, man. He's a small
Yeah.
dude, but he hits. And Yama took some shots, but he came back with some
Oh, he
shots.
did.
And
He
it
held
was-
his own.
I was kind of shocked there wasn't a draw.
He almost had Lytle out beginning.
And so
Yeah, you were saying that.
I mean, it could have went either way, but I saw the fight as a draw. It was pretty even across the board. And for a guy as seasoned as Lytle,
Should have a rematch.
exactly.
Yeah.
Rematch. Like that.
It was a good fight. I mean, that's something I'd rewatch again. So
But anyways, man, our in studio guests. We have Chris and we have Matt, and talk to us about your brand, man. What you guys are producing here is
where'd it
awesome.
come from? Where's the beginning?
Yeah. I mean,
The beginning came from Mr. Catchphrase over here. He's got a lot of catchphrases, but you know, we had spoke about it probably about a year ago and started it up. But he had told me a story about it, one of his nephews and a couple of family members that used to wrestle in high school.
Oh, yeah.
And some of them actually don't wrestle or fight anymore because it was so difficult to find sponsors and move up. And
Yep.
so a lot of times when you're looking for sponsors, they want guys that are already winning.
Yeah.
It's for the guys that are up and coming, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
So we kind of put two and two together, and he came up with this catchphrase, and so we ended up printing one out and posting it online. And he didn't realize how many MMA and jiu-jitsu and boxers and all these guys that are in different fighting fields that he actually knew that were actually laughing about it. Like that's actually pretty.
I did chuckle when I saw him. They told me who you guys are coming on. I was like, well, I know you guys are talking about.
Yeah, for sure. So
Well, now that we know, Wierd here, so people, it's catchy, it's funny.
Yeah.
But actually, that's like a badge of honor.
yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's like
I got mine drank because that shit was hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, to live through it like.
Yeah, you're not the first person I've heard that say that they get it drained and then
Oh, yeah,
they get hit again and Yeah.
If you see the guy with the cauliflower ear, it's probably not the guy you want to pick the fight with.
Exactly.
No.
It's not going to be a quick fight.
Well, I mean,
Nah.
speaking of cauliflower, you look at Nike. Nike brought in Randy Couture for his knee.
Right, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
vetted badass, but his
Exactly.
ears just malformed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for
just
sure.
the amount of punishment it takes to get there, and the length of time that you have to keep training with pain. That's kind of a testament to the guy. I'll be the first one. If I get anything starts swelling up, I get that drink. I'm like, because I ain't trying to get hit. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
that just hurts. But I see guys like Mike Martinez that goes at elite. I mean, his ears are getting jacked up, and they're training through that. And that takes
probably develop a callus over that thing.
Yeah, it starts filling in, and I mean the pain goes away, but it's just
Yeah, it's
a
rough.
badge of honor. You're
It's
completely
rough.
right.
Yeah, we're actually printing patches right now for some of the guys that we're about to sponsor for their gis, and that's one of the catch slogans that it's going to be as a badge of honor with
Yep.
the Weird Ear Gear guy, because that's exactly what it is, a badge of honor to these guys. So we joke around and say what we say with the catch slogan or not, but
Yeah.
we understand. We actually go visit a lot of these guys' gyms, and we'll do giveaways sometimes and things like that, and actually give them all the the respect that they deserve, because you think it's fun and games, and like he said, you see a guy with a cauliflower ear, you think you're gonna get into some scuffles with him anywhere. It could be a restaurant or in the streets. It's not going to be over quick.
Yeah.
And you might want to second guess it if you see him with the cauliflower ear.
Exactly.
So we're actually, when we leave here, we're actually heading to Parlier to go visit a gym from a guy out there, Julio. And
Well, it is, yeah.
yeah, that dude's a tank, ain't he?
Yeah.
So he's a really cool dude, man.
Good
Really humble
people.
guy.
Yeah.
But he said he had a lot of. We actually reached out to us, and we reached back out to him, and he said he had a lot of issues with none of these people reaching back out as far as clothing lines or even to care to even speak about sponsorship. So he came out to Fresno and he purchased one of the shirts and ended up buying a sweater because he seen a bigger size one there.
Right.
And then we were like, dude, as soon as we finish the prints and you get your gym, because I think he was moving or transitioning to another gym. I said, as soon as that happens, we'll go out there and make it a point to go visit you guys.
That's awesome.
Because you showed so much love, it's only right that we do the same. And I mean, maybe we'll sponsor one of his guys, if not him.
Right.
I mean, anything's possible. And that's basically where we're going with the company is we want to make, we kind of want to take over that tap out kind of spot.
Yeah,
but in
right
the same
on, man.
sense, we want to help the communities out more because we got a lot of talent in the Central Valley. Like, a lot of people don't really understand it until they see him on the UFC fights in Vegas fighting these big scorecards, and you're just like, where did he come from? Well, he's been here busting his ass in the Valley, and you didn't even know. Like Jose Ramirez is a prime example with boxing. I mean, he's been to the Olympics and everything else, so it's not just MMA, per se with the Wierd Ear Gear thing.
Right.
It's more of a lot of the hand-to-hand combat thing, and that's why I love the whole, what you guys said, bare knuckle stuff is,
it's a contact injury. I mean,
it's a fight. It's a sport, like you said. It takes you back to your high school days of fighting in the streets. It's something that's acquired from your street days from growing up. And it's combat, and it's fine. It's hand to hand. No guns, no knives, no bats.
Yeah.
Just
it's more
two men.
more traditional. I think it's more honorable. That
Exactly.
bare knuckle.
Right.
People might think I'm crazy,
No,
but no,
it's
I
not.
think it is, and that's how it derived from like the 1800s.
1800s,
It
like
was
we
the
said.
man's man
It's-
would do that shit. So,
I love it.
put the guns down, bare knuckle.
Put the guns down.
Yeah, for
Kids,
sure.
Put the
That's
guns
it.
down.
Yeah, bare knuckle.
well,
man.
last June I went to Hawaii to visit my family, and I went to Now with my brother. And they're like, they looked at me and they're like, "You train?" And they kept doing that because my brother's got lumped up ears, I'm like, "I train it." And they looked at me, "You be a bitch."
Oh wow.
And I'm like, "How do you get called out?" I'm like, "I've been doing this for 16, 17 years.
Yeah.
I've been, I just train it when I get hit, And they're like, "How come you? Why?" And I'm like, "Because I have insurance." I don't,
Jay, go visit your doctor. Go visit your doctor with that.
My day job allows it.
I mean, I don't want to look like this, Maybe I should let it go over. My fiance would be like, "Why can't you hear me?" I'm like, "There's shit going."
So you have some fights coming up, or
I'm kind of laid back down. Broke my foot, and I want to
Really?
fight in May for it. I've had a couple guys contact me, and I'm like, I would, but I'm not going to be able to hit 265. Can you fight so and so? And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fight May, who's been in UFC, and he's just looking at the tune-up fight. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm for sure fighting in. Talking to Richard in November. I'm gonna fight at Dallas. Been talking to Gladiator, possibly doing that in June sometime. And if I can get the fight that I want in April, I'm gonna talk to Kambatzis again. I want to fight Albert Del Rio.
Okay.
He's coming back, and I want that fight. But I mean, there's so many other people on that fight too because it's a big money fight.
You count.
So, I mean, it's the destination, good
Right,
money, and across
right.
the board. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there. But I mean, yeah, hopefully soon I'll be.
You did Tough Man before too, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta
UFC fighter.
I gotta look up some clips from you.
Yeah. Lamar Johnson was my.
Oh yeah, LeVar, huh?
I fought him, and I had him pretty knocked loose, and I couldn't push him off me, and there was about 10 seconds left in the round, and I caught him, and the ref was like, "Just get him off you, we'll 10 count him." And I couldn't get him off, and then at that point when we walked out, LeVar won the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
But we're walking out, and we became friends. He's like, "I never want to fight you." You hit hard, man.
And that's the biggest respect you can get from somebody. I won today, but we're not doing this again.
Yeah, I mean, we became friends as training partners across the board, but
Really?
that kind of like what woke me up to continue, because I was doing boxing and kickboxing, but kind of pushed me over to MMA too. Is training with him and the old school guys, and I De Jesus. There's a lot of guys that are coming
Been
up.
doing it. They opened the doors for a lot of these newer guys.
Yeah, and it's funny because you speak with Tap Out, and I used to have a 75 Chevy. This guy, Greg Larson, and Mask Charles goes, "You have a truck?" I said, "I got that big one out there," and it was outside of the palace. And he goes, "Which one?" I said, "The orange one." He goes, "Oh shit, you serious?" I said, "Yeah." So he put one of the big Tap Out stickers. I'm like, "How much do I use?" It's a $100 sticker, but there's drive around with it.
Yeah, you know, the ultimate.
And I'm like,
Billboard.
are you serious? He goes,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
you know, you guys are making sacrifices to sponsor a fighter.
Oh,
and
for
stuff
sure.
like- and stuff. I mean, it's a dead loss unless until you start seeing returns, and you're investing in the person himself. But it was a marketing thing for him, you know. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
he gave up $100. I don't want to drive around and burn, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, the big orange target, you know.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
branding.
It was a great branding. Yes.
So I mean, with you guys pushing amateur fighters and trying to get them to the grassroots level, that's huge because
all the way down
High school level too.
the kids.
right.
He was just speaking about the kid that was paralyzed, broke his neck recently. One of the
Kid
wrestlers.
broke his neck. I think it was on a trampoline.
Yeah.
He's in the hospital right now. A friend of mine, her son, and we're really good friends. He's in the hospital. Thinking about going over there and visiting him and just give us, support and love.
Yeah.
Let him know we're in that community is here. So
And that was the secret, I think, to why Tabo went. They were passionate about their gear, but they were passionate about people. And having that passion for people who want to support the system.
Yeah, their thing was just believe.
Yeah, just
You
believe.
know, no matter what capacity you are in life, just believe, man. Just that their result testimonial that
And
believe.
Mask himself, me and Jeff Short's a good buddy of mine and his too. And he was telling me about him, he made a decision to get his truck repoed versus, not making an ad in a magazine. It was,
Wow, sacrifices right there.
I can't remember, it was one of the fighter magazines, but he put the money into that one-page ad, he was brand out there, and then gave his truck away. And, I mean,
the
that's what it
sacrifice.
made.
I mean, yeah,
Great
yeah.
guy.
And he started from there and lost the truck, and then all of a sudden, I mean, God rest his soul, but he passed away in a $4 million car.
Wow.
You know, I mean, and their brand just exploded, and it just because he kept pushing, he believed in people, you know. And as the brand builds for you guys, I mean, I pray you guys have the same luck on that. I mean,
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate that. Yeah.
it's crazy because you start grassroots, and all of a sudden, you're gonna have this kid that you talked to in high school, and now he's blowing people up. And
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. We don't want to deter them from continuing their path because they're getting no's from a lot of sponsors, or they don't feel like they should continue. Just because you lose one fight doesn't make you a bad fighter. And a lot of people have that mentality, especially in high schools and middle schools, because they obviously have to go down the hallway and listen
it's
to
hard
other
to hear
kids
that.
heckle them. Us, we can turn it off and go home and turn off the phone if we have to, if it gets too bad. I'm sure you're very
Oh, yeah.
familiar with.
I mean, I'm on a 3-fight slide where I've lost 3 in a row, and it's because I geared myself up mentally. I was wrong, and my coach, the crew at OKG said, he goes, "You're not right in the head. You're not fucked up, but because you're not there." And I just kept trying to push through it. And then Alonso, he's like, "Just get yourself together, because I want more fights. I'm old, but I want more fights." And he's like, "Get yourself together. Keep supporting me." And
That's dope.
and so
I like
I'm
that.
and he's one of my main sponsors. I mean, and he's a good dude. He's a friend of mine. And
Yeah,
that's
obviously he's a friend of yours to give you that kind of advice. Anybody else would tell you to go in there and fight.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Go there. Go.
Yeah, and it's crazy because hey, I mean, it's a monetary thing. You want your name out there, granted.
For sure.
I mean, for you guys to, like I said, for the grassroots level, it's hard to do. It's a lot of work, but
Yeah.
I mean, you win it out in smiles because there's could be 10 guys you sponsor that will always have a good name about you, and they'll tend to tell 10 people who tells 10 people about your brand, and that'll build.
One of the guys that actually reached out to us from the 805, he's a single father with kids. He's like basically just needs the patches and the shirts. And
Right.
he can help out. I think he's fighting in the 559 fights that are coming up this month as well. He had mentioned, and it was something like I told my partner, like we have to sponsor him. Like I'm a father myself, so I have a lot of friends who are single fathers, not by choice most of the time, of course. And it's humbling, but it lets you know that there's still people out there. And I actually watched some of his YouTube videos, and he's actually pretty good. But he's 1 for 1 in the division he's in now, which I don't know what he was prior to his weight class that he's in now. But it just let me know that there's still people out there that are still trying.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find sponsorships with those kind of numbers, but what he's asking for is not going to break the bank for any of us in my eyes, because me and this man we got a lot of ventures business wise, so we're not hurting like that. But in the same aspect, when we go to fights and we see fights, especially with the bigger guys, the UFCs and stuff, it has become more mainstream than it has about the little guys, and that's where the real soldiers come from.
Roots.
Grassroots.
Grassroots,
Yeah.
for real.
That's where it's all came from, right?
Yeah, for sure, and hopefully we can continue that and make it bigger, because as of now it's growing. And I mean, we have just as many people as we have that are asking for stuff free. There's people asking to buy the stuff, and it offsets it with us. So to us, it's a win-win basically at the end of the day, because it actually made this man back excited about business, because he's been
getting burned on a business. That's not uncommon. You know?
Exactly. When you feel like you've been there and done that, it's one of those things.
It brought a light under me.
Did you have that aha moment? Was there a certain point in time where you're like, you know what, this is why I want to do it?
Yeah, he
Reconnected.
So I work every day. I work for my old man, and 72. You know, he pushes you. You have to work hard. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm
This
there
guy's
every
a
day,
machine.
and I'm
Every day, 4 in the
I'm blessed to
morning.
have a father like
Every
that
day.
also. And when I was telling Matt here about it, and he brought the character, and I'm nitpicking it now, did it like this. He comes back and he finally gets it. He goes, look, like that good friend that can talk to you. Like, the way you're supposed to look, motherfucker. And he goes, look at this picture. Look what IG can do. Look what social media can do for us.
Yeah.
Look at all the people you know and all the network skills that you have or whatever.
That he's accidentally affecting.
Yeah.
Not
And
intentionally. He's accidentally affecting. Getting feedback from people when I'm not even around.
Right.
Bringing it up.
And then the goosebumps come, and you're like, you know what? There's something about this, and with the people I'm working with,
And that old childhood friend that you reconnected with.
my friend Robin.
And her kids are all fighters.
That's awesome.
Getting ready to go to, a couple of them are going to Fresno State, and they're all buddies together, and they've seen it, and they're getting excited. So as the excitement grows, you start to sit back, and you're just like,
All off of this so far, and this is just the beginning of so much more. Like we've been doing it we just restarted back into the brand probably 3 months ago, and it's just exploding. And it was just crazy to me when he sent me that message. Like, I guess it had been a long time, and years we're talking, that he has reconnected with that woman, and
That's awesome.
it's been awesome thus far. And he had no idea that she had children that were so passionate about fighting in that manner. But the fact that he was even able to reconnect with an old friend from so long ago was just like, it was just mind blowing to him. Like, wow, like this is really happening.
All from a jacked up ear. Right?
weird ears.
Some weird shit
And
happening.
the Central Valley alone, the community is so huge. Just wrestling alone, and now, like as you said, jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and all that is growing in popularity. It's always been a bigger, community that was like more underground or whatever. But now the social media, as you said, is getting everybody going, and then you got this guy over here, like you said, Julio and Parler. You got Angel and Halo, and yourself right here, and everybody, and they're good.
Again, you know what? That is
good.
what tripped me out. And I'm not even to cut you short, but that is what tripped. Like, for people that watch and see MMA and fighting and boxing, and they think, because you see some people that are loudmouths, because they gotta hype the fight up first of all for the people out there that don't understand that. These guys, you will go to their gym, or like this man right here, you will never guess that he's a fighter. Like, not in a sense of fighting like he can't fight. Like, they are so humble. When I met Angel from Halo Jiu-Jitsu and all his guys, and all these people I've been meeting along the way, that they're just so humbled, because I know a lot of guys that are street fighters, and once they get it out of their system, they're just so calm and cool. Like, and it's almost like all you fighters have that in common. Like, when you get angry, you have somewhere to take it out in. So there's no need to be pissed off in everyday life. It just whatever, unless you're juicing like some rampage kind of guys. Then we can't control that, but that's NFL too, and everything else for that matter.
Yeah, it is seriously an outlet. Across the board, even if you're fighting or not fighting, you're just doing it to stay fit, or give your children an outlet to do something,
For sure.
to be active and be able to punch something. If they're upset, and then they'll have a coach that they respect, and it builds from there.
Oh yeah,
Self-esteem, everything.
For sure.
I would say the discipline, the self-esteem. Later on in life, it can affect. There ain't gonna be no bullying one of those kids.
Yeah.
You can push them so far, but once they say, okay, enough is enough, and you found out you ran into this Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
30 seconds
Especially
later,
the ones that can
he's
take
back
a
to
whooping.
just the kid's
Those
just
guys
back
are
to
the
being
most
a kid
dangerous.
again. You know what I mean?
That's it, man. And it's a lot of the kids that you see. I know back in the day, because I went to a Catholic school and everything, and then later on went to public school, and used to get a lot of that kind of stuff until, reality set in, and they're like, "Dang, this guy, yeah, I'm an altar boy at one time, but put me to work." Once my mom said, "Just don't tear that shirt.
Yeah.
Just go to work."
Let's go to work. I like it.
But that's how it is. And I think as a country, everybody's talking about politically correct. I think we need to get back to that standard. I mean, I got hit by the belt. I turned out fine, man.
Yeah.
I didn't shoot anybody or
pick that
go
shit.
do that stuff. And I mean, and my kids, same thing, But I don't know. Nowadays, everybody's sue happy or something. Nobody wants to put in
sheltered.
the time
Sheltered.
to work and earn something,
Yeah, for
For
sure.
nothing.
You're right.
With the millennials and everything happening too, speaking of that, their work ethic is gone too.
Yeah.
And with this, you're talking about, helping kids. I mean, you're gonna go see this guy, a child that, may not walk.
Yeah, that's
But-
a reality.
And a lot of
And
kids
had nothing to do with the
Right.
MMA
Right,
stuff,
and
you're
branching
just something
out.
on his off time that happened to him. Freak accident type
Right.
of thing.
And so, but he was out having fun, putting out effort. You start getting the high school kids who, they don't get a return on something, they don't want to put an effort in. But
Exactly.
my thing is, you start looking at it, if your kid's not coachable, they're not employable. And
Yes.
so,
That's
and
correct.
with you guys out there willing to, just hand a t-shirt to a kid, I worked my ass off for 2.5 months, and I wrestled all season. I did this, and this, and I got a t-shirt out of it. So like, you go to some people and be like, "Oh, this is got a t-shirt. I don't really care." That could be the only thing he's ever gotten out of working hard.
Yeah.
That could be the reward, because that is a payday for a free.
We'd like to
gear.
reward them with more than
You know?
just that too. It's it's like the gratification and it's almost as if you can give him that much more inspiration to do it because he's busting his ass from, let's say, middle school to 10th, 11th grade, and he has some things to show for it, but he's not sure why he keeps going. When you get somebody that comes in and sponsors you and brings you to a higher level or platform in
Just
high
appreciate
school.
you.
Exactly, that could be the motivation to keep him going and want to keep doing and want to stay disciplined because he doesn't want to get kicked off for the wrestling team or whatever. So it goes hand in hand, like you said, with getting a job and knowing discipline later in life as well. Like, you got to know that you're not always going to get the recognition you deserve, but you will get that recognition eventually, and you will deserve the type of recognition that you eventually get. They say you got to work hard for what you want, and everybody who's an entrepreneur understands that a lot more than people that aren't entrepreneurs. And I feel like we need a lot more entrepreneurs in our country.
And people don't want to put the effort in because
It's
everybody's like, "Well, he's an overnight success," and they just think it was a straight line there.
No, not at
there
all.
was
There's
how
very,
many,
very few
No.
of those.
how many
very few
sleepless?
of those.
So those are all lottery winners.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, because how many sleepless nights have you had over this? I mean, trying to grind, getting this, and all of a sudden you wake up and you have to write it down because you had a great idea out of sleep, and then now you can't go back to bed.
Oh yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
You're in a situation where, and then maybe you get, maybe you get a fighter that's going to call you and trust you that and it's 2:00 in the morning. You're like, what the fuck is it? Yeah, this happened. You're like, man, what do you just need to talk?
Yeah, exactly. I'm here.
Yeah, and so I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different things from becoming a sponsor and a friend. That's the hard part,
Yeah, the
Because-
separation.
Yeah, if you're gonna sponsor somebody, a lot of people just take it and just run, and that's all it is. But if you're back with your friendship and bringing in a lot of support, for them, because monetary is huge, but also being able to recognize them and give them a pat on the back when they're having a hard time training.
Exactly.
See this kid, I still can't get over it. That you're gonna go, go and just shake hands.
So my friend Robin, it was her idea, and I'm back at 100%.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We're gonna slow it down right here for a second. We're gonna go ahead. What I want to know is a little bit more about you guys. Mixing your mind up with your friend and whose face is this designed after. But we're gonna hit our sponsors: Spike and Rail, Visalia MMA, 559 Fights, Glepler Digital Media. We're gonna take a short break and we'll be right back. You're listening to the HammerFist podcast live on MMA Fight Pass. And once again, shout out to the Spike and Rail live here in Selma, California. We're here with the Wierd Ear Gear guys. Dan Palacio, WC vet, current Tachi Palace heavyweight. We're talking about this product right here, guy, that's going to be available And like I always tell everybody knows 10 people.
Yeah, that's right.
So you seen it. Well, you didn't see it here first, but you talked to these guys here first.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
back when you guys were basically trying to marinate this idea through your mind before you put it actually on a copy, was there any particular type of face, or you just said, we're gonna get this guy's pretty brutal? It's like almost like Calvin, but he got roids, and
I think we all got a buddy that looks like him. I think we all got a buddy that looks like him.
Someone said that was me today, but I was like, whatever. But
It could be, yeah. It
With a
could.
fresh shave.
Yeah.
that's the artist over there. So.
Kind of looks like John Rooker.
Oh, Cankle
Yeah.
Killer, man. There
We
you
just
go.
wanted to give him a universal look as a real fighter, you know, just like a cauliflower, like you guys said,
Yeah.
it's a badge of honor. I mean, scars,
is.
a lot of guys take that as, you know, a badge of honor, having scar on your face from when they were split. You could have got a nice scar from when you knocked somebody out, like, and it was one of your best fights ever, and that scar reminds you of that best fight you had.
Yeah. And it was funny because our producer Archie goes, "What are the guys' names?" Well, I knew Chris's full name, but then I knew the other guy was Matt.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "What's the guy's name?" I go, "I think it's cauliflower."
Cauliflower.
Yeah. And I just left it like that on the text, and everybody's like, "Whoa."
That's hilarious.
But then I gave
I
the
never
names.
we never came up with anything like you said, the universal look to it. So
Yeah, we're actually working on a female fighter right now,
female.
All right,
an MMA fighter.
Looks like we got JC right now.
Oh yeah.
all right. Right on. Producer just contacted us. We have JC Llamas, man, straight from Cancun,
Oh, yeah.
Mexico, man, in his toe-to-toe war with Chris Lytle this past weekend in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. JC, ¿cómo está?
Hey, brother, I'm doing amazing. How you guys doing?
All right, brother. Hey, big props to you, man.
Yeah.
Throwing chingazos out there, going toe-to-toe with a UFC vet. Dude, you almost had that dude out in the first minute. That was
I
brutal.
almost knocked him out, brother. I almost knocked him out, man, and I tried to knock him out in the first round because I made a bet with the promoter that I would knock him out in the first round.
Oh, well, something. Yeah, some. I think if they would have played mariachis, you probably would have finished the deal right there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro. Like I tried to knock him out in the first round, and I made a bet with the promoter about it, and I did. The guy can take a punch, man. I give it to him. He can take a punch, and it was a good fight, bro. It was back to back, man. And something I like about this fight, it was very entertaining. You know, like everybody were on their feet, bro. Everybody were on their feet. Everybody was screaming, bro, like crazy, like, hey, Max, you know, so it was a great fight. The only thing that the people didn't like, it was the result. You know, that was it.
Yeah, we agree.
Oh, I mean, you know,
definitely.
definitely. Me personally, I felt at the worst, it should have been a draw.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
should have been a draw, and then you guys, you know, do it again. But take us through the experience. I mean, you know, you have a lot of MMA fights, fought in some big shows. Tell us about the experience, you know, with this organization, and would you do it again?
Oh, yes, bro. Like, I'm a warrior, bro. I'm a warrior. Something I love about fighting, like, a really tough opponents, bro, is that it makes me better, bro. It makes me train harder. It makes me push myself to new heights, new levels. And when I found out, like, hey, I got the opportunity to fight Chris Lytle, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. I'm gonna try to knock this guy out in the first round because. And to be able to do that, you gotta train really hard, you know, because he has over 80 professional fights around the world, boxing and MMA, and he never been knocked out. So my job was to be the first one to do that. Like, not even Nick Diaz, not even Robbie Lawler, not even Matt Serra couldn't knock him out. So I was like, you know what? JC Llamas is gonna do it, man. JC's gonna knock him out. I almost did, man. I almost did. It was close to him, but he can take a punch. He can take a punch, and definitely I will do it again. Something I like about this organization, bro, the operation side, like the operation side of the bare knuckle, like the communication, like where we're gonna go, where we're gonna be. That it needs a little help, but the way they treat fighters is amazing, bro. Like they put us in a 5-star hotel, all inclusive, all you can eat, all you can drink, nice fancy hotel. Like I love that one. It was amazing. It was in Cancun, like one of the nicest places in Mexico.
Oh my God.
They drove us everywhere. Like they picked us from the airport. Like it was really nice. Like I give it to them. Like out of all the places that I fought, I think this one is probably the best way I've been treated before. And also Combat Americas, when I was in the reality show, they treat me really nice. They treat me like a king, but we were in a 5-star hotel. That's the difference, you know.
Well, you just brought up Combates. I heard that you might be fighting on the 22nd. Is that true?
Oh yes, bro. Yes, like they told me if I wanted to fight another legend, bro. Like I know this guy. He's a great fighter. He's a good guy. His name is Billy Evangelista.
Oh.
They asked me if I wanted to fight him, and I said it would be an honor, bro. Like I love to fight like names like that. Like I would love to fight him, of course. And then they told me if I can do 185, and I said, well, I fight at 170, but yeah, I'm down to do 185. Why not?
You just came
And
back from
then,
Cancun. You're probably at 185.
I'm actually, yeah, bro. Like again, like for my fight, I was like 194. But then after sweating and peeing and pooping and taking all that out, I bounced back to 185. Right now, I'm 184 right now. Like right now, I'm 184. So then one of the promoters told me today that Billy might be too heavy, and he did a physical. I don't know how long ago, and he was like 218 or 220 something.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was gonna make the weight. And I was like, okay, well, I thought we agreed to 185 or up to 190. I said I can do up to 190. And then they told me like he's a little bit too heavy, so I don't think he's gonna be able to make weight. And they don't want to give me a contract and then not be able to make weight, you know. So they say they're gonna try to find me somebody else. And I told them, like, look, if you get somebody else, good. If not, that's okay. I'd rather have at least like a 1-month camp for a couple reasons. One, I can sell a lot of tickets. Like I can sell a lot of tickets. On the last Eagle Mountain Casino fight, I sold like close to 300 tickets myself. So I can sell a lot of tickets. Two, I can get sponsors. I can find some sponsors so I can make some extra money. Three, I can prepare, you know, for depending on my opponent. So that would be nice if I have at least a month training. But if not, I mean, I still do it. But I would like to do it if the pay is decent. You know, I don't wanna fight for pennies and change. You know, I wanna get a decent amount that is worth my time. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Especially when you're selling tickets like that, you're paying for yourself.
Yeah.
So you should
Oh yeah,
be
I triple the
compensated.
amount.
Yeah.
I triple what they pay me, man. And I'm a showman, man. I put a good show, man. Like I got fight of the night at the bare knuckle fight. The promoter gave me extra couple $1,000 for a fight of the night, and I put a good show, man. Like everybody went on their feet. After the fight was done, bro, I got at least like 300 people, bro, sending me text messages or like Facebook messages saying like, bro, you got robbed. That was the best fight, bro. Like that fight was sick. We're so proud of you. Like the only reason we bought the pay-per-view is just to see you fight, bro. And that fight was worth it, bro. Like I'm amazing. The only thing I don't like the result. That's what I said. But at the end of the day, bro, we bought entertainers. We put a good show, and that's what we do. That's what we fight, to put good shows like this.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, if the fight with Billy goes through, I'm gonna be a little torn because I've trained and been friends with Billy for years. But I mean, I love the way you fight, and you're an awesome person. So it'd be a hard one to pick. I mean, you're making it.
No, I actually trained with Billy before. We sparred a couple times at the FRESNO.
Yeah.
Like I like that guy is great, bro. Like he's a nice guy. I got nothing but respect and love for that guy. He's a great guy. He's like for what I know for him, he's a great father. He's a good fighter. He's a good guy, bro. Like I have nothing but respect for Billy. And but business is business. Like I put my personal life private and my business side private. Like business separate. So like to me, it's just a business, and I would love to fight people like him because he was one of the best fighters at Strikeforce and WEC at one point, you know. So So but I don't think the fight's gonna happen, bro. Like they just told me today that he's way too heavy and he's not gonna make weight, so they wanna look for somebody else. But maybe in the future, bro. Maybe in the future we can make it happen.
That's awesome. So after the fight, recovery-wise, was it any different than versus an MMA match with the bare knuckles? I mean,
oh yeah, bro. my hands were swollen, bro. Like I tell you something. When I was fighting on the second round, I had some injuries, bro. Like I had some injuries prior to the fight on my right hand.
Right.
So if you see the whole fight, I did not throw a right cross. It was overhands or right uppers or right hooks. I couldn't throw a straight cross. I got a little injury on my hand, but I didn't want to pull out of the fight. You know, I wanted to, because I don't think I was gonna get that opportunity again. So I was gonna say, you know what? I have to adapt to this. So I adapt to it. I just start throwing loopy punches, overhands or uppercuts or right hook, but no straight cross. So when I was throwing those punches, like the loopy punches and all that stuff, after like couple punches on the head that I land on the shoulders, so sometimes I kind of hit the elbow. My right hand, my actual hand got swollen really bad, like really bad. I thought I broke it, but I didn't broke it. It was just like bruised. The bone was bruised. But after the fight was done, both of my hands were swollen. Like every fighter at the event, their hands were swollen, bro. Like really, really swollen. Something I realized, and I kind of knew that before the fight because I did couple sparring sessions, bare knuckle, just with hand wraps. And something I realized is when you get hit, bro, bare knuckle, you forget everything that you know, bro. You forget your Muay Thai, you forget your boxing, you forget your jiu-jitsu. The only thing you want to do is just duck and turn around and block. You don't, like, you close your eyes because it hurts. It hurts. So, if you never bare knuckle before and you see these guys, like, getting a little sloppy on the technique, on the boxing technique, you're never gonna feel that until you step in the ring and feel one of those punches. Like, you cannot talk or say anything like, oh, that guy looks sloppy. You cannot say a word until you step in and get hit bare knuckle. I hear a couple boxers, couple like Muay Thai fighters saying like, oh man, those guys are sloppy because they do that, they duck the head like that. Step in the ring and get hit bare knuckle. And if you don't do that, I give you a lot of respect. But before that, you gotta feel it before you talk. So that's what I noticed. Like when I got hit a couple times, I started ducking my head like crazy too, just like Chris Layva. He was ducking his head like crazy because bare knuckle, bro, will cut you open. One punch will cut you open. It will cut you open. It will cut you open. Yeah. So that's the difference between bare knuckle and boxing and MMA. One punch, one little jab, bro. One little jab will cut you open. So it's brutal. It's brutal, but I love that adrenaline rush. You know, like saying like, you know what? If I don't block right, if I don't move on time, I'm gonna get caught. You know, and the people, the guys that I'm fighting, is not a guy that they pick from the street or a random guy. No, this guy, you already have like a couple bare knuckle fights. He was a legend in the UFC, and he's a professional boxer with a 13-1 fight record. You know, like this guy is a beast. He's a legend, and that's the guy that I have in front of me doing bare knuckle with me. I've never been knocked out. So that's a scary feeling, bro. That's a scary feeling.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
That's one thing I love about you, JC, is that I can ask you a question and I'm gonna get the bare truth on it. You know what I mean? It's awesome because I want to know what it's gonna be like going in there and hearing, you know, that you are finding a very legitimate opponent.
Oh yeah.
And then being tagged, and I never thought about how sore your hand's gonna get that quick. You know, the swelling up and everything you hit's hard bone. I mean, that's very truthful.
No, bro, it's legit. It's legit. Like that's I think this sport, the bare knuckle, has a bright future ahead of them. Like, cause the fights are crazy, bro. Like the fights are crazy, and you're gonna see blood in every single fight, bro. You're gonna see blood in every single fight, and something I noticed. I'll be honest, bro. I'll be honest. a lot of fighters. I know a lot of pro fighters and a lot of boxers, Muay Thai, and MMA fighters, professional fighters with a decent record, rank. I told them, hey, bro, they're looking for a fighter for the event at 165, 168, 190, 205, like whatever, like 10 different weight classes. And you know what they told me? They said, bro, you crazy. You get in the hell. You need both, bro. You need both to be in this sport. To get to bare knuckles, you need both. It's either you have it or you don't. That's all.
Yeah, that's you. I mean, that's you in a word, is balls. Because, yeah, I mean, you started out your career just to jump in and go fight in MMA, and now you've crossed over into jiu-jitsu and done well there, and now you're going to bare knuckle, and you fought a very legitimate opponent, and you did well. And I think you might have won the fight, depending on the scoring. I mean, you did super good on that, and so I mean, you may have a future in that too. But I mean, it just seems more damaging than anything else.
Yeah, no. See, that was crazy, bro. And even him, bro, like whenever they were announcing the fight, the winner, whenever they were announcing the fighter, the winner, his head is down, bro. Like he knew he lost, bro. He knew he lost, and he came up to me like before they announced it, and he said, like, bro, that was a great fight, bro. It can go either way. Like, he knew, bro. He knew he lost. I was so confident that I won, bro. Like, I raised my hand. I was, like, smiling. I was like, I know I won. I know I won. And on the last round, bro, like, I don't know if you follow boxing, but if I punch you in the shoulder or in the head or in the neck or in the belly or whatever I hit you and you fall, it's a knockdown, okay? It's a knockdown. So in the first round, I threw like 3 or 4 punches. I landed like a body shot and like a overhand on the shoulder, kind of like head and shoulder. And that punch made him fall. Like both of his hands touched the floor. And they didn't count as a knockdown. And if you follow like the rules, like that's a knockdown. Like being honest, being realistic, being legal, that's a knockdown. And what I was upset about it is that they gave all the 5 rounds to him, bro. Like all the 5 rounds. Yeah. Like that's dirty. Like he's signed under the organization, so of course they're gonna take care of their fighter. Yeah. But you gotta be realistic about it. Like a draw, I wouldn't mind a draw. I know I won the fight. I wouldn't mind a draw. But unanimous, all 5 rounds, you're crazy, bro.
Yeah. There's no way. I mean, that would have been. Yeah, I thought it was a draw, and majority of everybody that watches it, honest people, will say it should have been a draw. And I mean, at worst case scenario, they should say, okay, 1 more round like they do in the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah.
there you go, and then that's it.
They didn't want to put their fighter back in. They didn't want to put him back in with him.
No, because I don't think
he would have took him
I
out.
don't think Chris Lytle would have made another round.
Yeah.
The people, bro, when they announced it, they start screaming, bro. Like,
yeah, you
honestly,
can hear it.
I was afraid for Chris Lytle that people's gonna come down and beat him up. or the judges, man. Like, I was like, are you? Like everybody was starting like whistling, like booing, and like everybody, bro. Every single, like, I don't know. I think it was like 3,000 or 4,000 people were on the event, like screaming, like booing, like woo, woo. And right away, bro, like on my phone, like over 300 messages, bro, all around the world. People that were watching the pay-per-view. You got robbed, that's bullshit, F this. And I was like, hey, man, like, there's nothing I can do, but I'm glad that you watch the fight, you know? I'm glad that you enjoy it.
I hope you do fight again, because, I mean, you do have that fighting spirit, and that's a good venue for you to be at. And it's got to be hard to be Mexican and be in Mexico and then actually win a fight and not get the decision in your home place. I mean, that's
unanimous decision.
The rules say if you're anything other than the soles of your feet touch the ground, that's a knockdown. You know,
yeah, that's on anything. Yeah.
And so I mean, it just sucks that it played out that way. But I want to see you do it again. I mean, next one I want to see you in it.
I hope so too, man. Like the promoter told me that they have an event coming up in Mexico, and he liked that I put a great show. He told me like you did what you told me you were gonna do, that you were gonna put a crazy ass show, and I respect that from you. And I would like to see you fight again on Mexico City. I think they're gonna have an event in Mexico City, and Well, I'm doing the next one is here in February 22nd, Fresno, hopefully. And then I think there's a couple events here in Bakersfield. I think March or April, boxing. So I'm going to do that one. I think the bare knuckle is in June. So I can probably do February, MMA, and then bare knuckle, boxing in March or April, and then bare knuckle in June. Hopefully I can stay busy, man.
Well,
Hopefully get him back at Tachi in November.
Yeah. Well, so you've got a bunch of fights coming up with all that, with your sponsorship and support. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors or people that helped you along the way?
Yes, man. Like I want to give a big shout out to all my sponsors for my last fight. Like for example, Gutierrez and Tires, Suchinola, the Cryo Center, Manny Muscle Therapist, Coast Flags. They do printing banners and hats. Also, my lawyer, Pace Echeverry. Also, my doctor, Irene Sanchez. My chiropractor, Dr. Jerry Marquez. Also, to David Pellman, the promoter for Bernacle, for the opportunity. Who else? I'm missing a couple people. La Familia Records. Also, man, I know I'm missing some people. TK Fight Life, my gear, my jiu-jitsu sponsor, and man, what else? All my students, all my training partners from like Billy, my friend Billy. No, Billy Evangelista is a different Billy. He helped me out with a lot of rounds. Also, Mike Dallas, a lot of my students with Dallas competition team, and a lot of people, all the fighters, wildcard boxing with my homie Eddie Hernandez and Panda and Freddie Roach. Basically, everybody that helped me for my camp, and I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful, and I'm blessed to live such an amazing life and living without regrets.
Yeah, that's right. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you calling in, and hopefully we'll talk again in the future. You got a bunch of stuff coming up, and we'd like to keep the line of communication open with you.
Definitely tell all the people to follow me on my social media, Juicy Llamas MMA, and also check my new website, teamllamas.org, my new gym. We actually have a new boxing team with us. We have a lot of pro boxers and a lot of MMA fighters and a lot of new teams joining us in our gym. So check it out, teamllamas.org here in Bakersfield, California, the best gym in Kern County, baby.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad to hear from you. I hope you heal up good, and I look forward to watching you fight on the 22nd.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. So we keep in touch. Have a
Right
good
on,
day,
JC. Appreciate the time, man. God bless you, man. Keep doing work, brother.
Awesome. You too, guys. Take care.
Thanks, brother.
Bye-bye.
All right, man. That's pretty cool, man. I seen that fight. It was, and you look at a guy, Chris Lytle, that's fought in UFC, and it was a scrapper when he was there, and retired in his own right when he wanted to pursue a boxing career, doing good. And then you have a guy here locally from Bakersfield, California. He's seen basically through all the circuits, from the small promotions, Bellator, Tachi Palace, all that stuff too. And and he is a showman, and the guy sells a lot of tickets. So basically, he pays for himself to go in there. And you look and see the caliber of fighters that he's fought, that wasn't even close to that. Yeah, I mean, and due respect to the guys he's fought, because he has fought some good guys, but not at that same level. And so right off mentally, you're thinking, what's his name? Knock him out, like that too. But starting not to. But when he went in there, and I seen him, it's like, oh shit, he's gonna knock him out.
You know what's funny is I was
like,
thinking about that when you said that before we went live. When you were talking about how he was throwing those haymakers.
Yeah, he
you guys
was.
were, and that would explain it when he said he bet the promoter that he would knock him out in the first round. So that
it looked like
explains
something
it.
happened because he went in there, man. It was like you're watching like Three Stooges, Mo hitting Curly. I mean, you just throw haymakers, just like boom, but on the button, clean shots. I
Bare
said, shit, he's
knuckle.
been working his stand-up, man, because he was tagging
Well, he's
Lytle.
down a wild card. I didn't know he was training a wild card.
See, look at Freddie
you know what I
Roach,
mean?
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Lytle was even looking at him like, hey, dude, this ain't supposed to go like this.
Right.
Because
I
he had
wasn't
that
ready
look
for
in
it.
his face. Yeah, he wasn't ready for it. He was like, whoa. And even the announcers, what's his name,
Yeah.
Prunk,
Yeah,
was
they
the
started
announcer.
getting-
He
they
was
got
like
louder.
going,
Yeah,
whoa,
they started
JC Yama's putting on the UFC vet, you know.
It's his energy.
That was awesome. I had the chills because I said, shit, I know that dude.
Oh, I mean,
You know?
right?
That's what we're talking
For
about.
sure.
It's hilarious. He's
Yeah.
awesome. Great
His
guy.
His energy is really contagious, you know. So that's
You talk to him in person, he's proud of himself and where he comes from and what he's accomplished, and it's like you said, it's infectious, man. It's contagious completely. And
Yeah.
he's a great guy to talk to.
I just want 1% of his energy. Give me 1%. Yeah, that's awesome, man. That was pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
So, who's some of the fighters you guys sponsor? I mean, is
We are just like you said, we're an upstart, so we haven't really
it locked in?
talked to anybody. We got a lot of messages we got to get back to people
Right.
and stuff like that. And we're thankful for this. I mean, who knows, we might get it. Matt does more of that side of it because he has a little more time than me as far as getting on there. And then every night we talk and stuff like that. We decided we're going to do
If
it.
you guys are okay with that, I'd like to introduce you to a buddy of mine, Javier.
For sure.
Sure.
You know who
Appreciate
Javi
that.
is? Javier Ali fights Bellator.
He
Just
just
beat,
knocked
I heard and
He just
the name,
beat-
but I don't
knocked
know.
out Frank Mir.
He knocked out Frank
Oh,
Mir in Bellator,
okay.
and he's fought Roy Nelson,
For
Condor.
sure, I'd love to.
Yeah,
I'd
He's
love
up-
to
they just
up and
re-signed
coming.
a 4-fight deal with Bellator.
For the heavyweights.
I'd love to
You're
meet
probably
him.
going to be the next champ. I predict you.
I think he's currently
Really?
ranked like 30th or
Bellator,
35th.
Javier
I
Alonso.
mean, he's a super nice guy too.
He trains with
for sure.
exchange, yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
and then he's
We'll be watching your next fight. We'll be there.
hey, I'll get you guys tickets. You guys want them? I mean,
Yeah, for sure. Love
I
to.
just come down. I mean, he's one of my main training partners. One of the guys I love, but he's a beast. And
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good measuring stick for me to go up there and give him an asking find out where I'm at because
Right.
he's an elite world level.
Let you know where you're at.
Oh yeah, and I know I find out right away when I'm done. You know?
Right.
But it also helps him. I mean, I have a hard head, and he can go a little bit harder with me versus different partners, and so it's a very symbiotic relationship. You know, I get some out of it, he does too.
Yeah, you're gonna get better every day too.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and it's funny because we were talking about some people need that extra push and get burned out because we both yell at each other because we're kids. You know?
Mhm.
I've never seen anybody train so hard and not be selfish about it. You know, he's training for his family. He's training for for something else, and that's hard to take from somebody. You know, being a parent. I mean, he's married, happily married, but being a parent, protecting your kids, providing for your kids, that's fuel for the fire. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it is.
For damn sure.
Love it, man. That's cool. It's a lot of talent pool in Fresno.
Yeah.
Central Valley,
Oh, yeah.
all the surrounding areas, and we're looking to meet them all. Actually,
Yeah.
you know.
And it's everybody's like, well, Dodge Palace out there is a great venue. I mean, it's like a stepping stone to bigger shows, but
For
it's,
sure.
it's
They
I
provide a
think
nice
it's pretty well
platform.
located because I mean, you're with the Central Valley. There's a lot of talent pool and it brings a lot of people in here. But I mean, it's a great resource for you guys to go and get to meet all these guys. You know?
Yeah,
and so,
Love it. We appreciate you.
Oh.
Appreciate you guys.
thank you guys came on.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah, for sure.
man. Yeah, I mean, like us, I mean, how many months have we been doing this? Not very much. Last year we did our first actual, we did an
Award
MMA
show.
award show. We did at the end of the
That's
year,
cool.
and 2018 award show.
Nice.
And we had it, put it together, man, and planned our work and worked our plan, and it came out to show the respect and the recognition these guys do.
For
From
sure.
Anywhere's from the jiu-jitsu to like wrestling to whatever. I mean, we're in Selma. Selma's one of the meccas of wrestling,
Yeah,
man.
you're right about that.
So I mean, this is a place where
Yeah.
these guys, and occasionally we have a team, and it's probably going to be close to time to get them back in here again. Because I know there's a lot of things, and when they have fundraisers to help raise money for the team for travel or whatnot, we try to get them in here. And
Yeah,
give a good
That's
cause and stuff
kind
like
of
that.
the thing that me and nephew and my cousins were wrestling. They weren't able to. They still had to have jobs. You know. You
Yeah,
have jobs.
a lot of
You
these
can't-
guys do too.
you gotta-
That are
like you said,
getting on
you gotta pay
fights.
the bills, baby. You gotta pay-
Yeah,
you got a job, and then at nighttime you go in and training where maybe they had a sponsorship, and they could have trained 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then go home to their family, and then the next day wake up and do it right again, like you said, dedication and hard work. And you don't see that a lot anymore, like you said.
And it's hard as a fighter. I mean, because you got a work life, you got a home life, and you got a training life, and all three of them have to match up. You know, and if they don't go well, you don't have a good camp. You don't have a good camp. Your fight center goes as you want. You know, I mean, it just starts building. And the hardest thing, the thing that always gets neglected, and you know, it's sad because they got to work, family, and training. And be training. It's usually family that gets.
Yeah.
They got to sacrifice a lot of
They
time.
got to sacrifice a lot, and you got them family core behind you. That, you know.
Yeah. There you go.
The little guy's calling me already.
Right.
You know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But no, yeah, you can. You actually, guys, if you guys are interested in purchasing any of the clothing line or keeping up with the events and places that we go to, or if anybody has any questions on maybe inviting us to any kind of events locally or out of state, we're actually going to be in Vegas at the end of the month. I'm going to be out there for a convention, so you guys can contact us on Wierd Ear Gear, Instagram, or WeirdEarGear.com. So we're pretty simple to find. The name's pretty catchy, so. We'd love to be invited to when you guys have fundraisers.
Oh yeah, we
or
do a
whatever.
lot of stuff. I
We'd
mean,
love to. We're not far from here, so it's
yeah,
not too hard
I know
to
our
come.
producer Archie, you know, because he does grappling tournaments. He goes all over, competes and stuff. And Van, obviously, that I cover not as many events as I used to, but I still do. But I right now is our season. I'm involved in hand-charge drag racing, and we service 32 of the top 14. So.
Nice.
18-time world champion. We just won again last year. I'm going to be wearing this. So this will be on FS1. This will be on there, and I know a lot of the guys will go on there because I usually go in there do an interview because we're one of the main manufacturers for that have won and do that. So, but I always represent, and if not, Kate's side, I'm taking pictures. So I don't know if there's anybody that gets more. And you see, I've always had somebody.
He's actually going to the Jose Ramirez fight too.
All right. I was thinking about doing it Sunday, but that's the championship game in Pomona.
Oh, really?
I'll be there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where I'll be. But, or else I would, especially on a Sunday, man.
Yeah.
That's perfect,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Now that
it's
there
perfect.
is no football.
Right.
Yeah, but that would be a good place to be on Sunday if you're here. Go and support the local. It's for a good cause for cancer. Jose Ramirez, man, good people, and we're in the works too. We've talked about it, about doing a nonprofit deal. A lot of those that know me in our target group, I'm a stage 5 kidney patient, 5. So, and we're talking about, and I have a foundation where I donate money to the Kidney Foundation, so fight for kidney. And we're thinking about doing a jiu-jitsu or some kind of tournament to give a percentage of that. You know, at the same time, our brand
Yeah, for
utilized
sure.
for something like that too.
Much
And we'll
respect.
keep you.
Much respect to you for that, too.
We'll keep you posted.
awesome.
And like they said, each one teach one. Each one helps us all. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it's about. So,
Like
but,
you said, everybody knows 10 people.
and that's I'm a firm believer of it. You
Yeah.
know, and hopefully it. Well, either good or bad. They say there's no bad publicity. You know, whether they like you or hate you. Mostly, they like you, but they really hate you. But then again, they ask you for a job. So that's you. Hey, for
They
well,
stop
27
hating
years I've been in business for 27
Oh,
years,
man, that's
and it does go full circle. But
You guys are hard to hate, man. You guys are into a lot of good things. And
yeah,
you
positive
support
things,
business.
man.
It's hard to find, you know, guys that are genuine though. You know, you
Yeah.
can tell by talking to somebody if they're genuine.
Yeah.
I mean, like JC's a part of the About Men's fight team, and Alonso, good dude. I mean, you guys have the same vibe as that. But you want to give back. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing your part to get out there, and it's awesome to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. Yeah, for sure.
That was a compliment. I know how to take compliments.
Good,
A lot of
good.
people don't know how to take compliments nowadays.
Yeah.
It's new age stuff, man. It's crazy.
You're right.
You know?
Hey, my dad owns a business that deals with the public, and I'll tell you what.
Seen it all.
Oh yeah,
Not at all.
man. Hey, I yeah.
I always used to hear my dad say employees, and I'll tell you what, I'm becoming my old man quick.
Me and him have both been in the car industry and we've both been service managers. This, you know, dealing with the public and everything, everybody's crazy. But just getting through your day with positive attitude, trying to put that back out to
Correct.
them.
Yeah.
I mean, that takes a lot out of you, but it's a good quality to have.
It's that Mom's quote: "Kill them with kindness."
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
you
know
do.
that when you're young.
Yeah, and you know what? It's
Hell no.
funny.
You know, you're like, you stepped on my toes. Hold on, bro. We
Step
got a
on your
problem.
face
here.
real quick. Hold on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mom,
it's-
right. You can kill them with kindness, and
Just don't bless your heart, you know what I mean?
the confusion look that you put on some people's face with that, you gotta work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is, man. I've personally been in business for 27 years, and I do like custom car restoration and builds. And Monday we had a client come from Peru and came here and to see their finished product and do all the paperwork. But wife, I mean, this is done, man. We worked on this for something like 13 months, and finally completed this car. And when she came here, she didn't like the color of the interior. But this is something that was agreed upon.
Oh man, those are the worst.
And my brother
Especially
comes
when
to
you
me and
agree
says,
upon it.
he has paid amount of money. They just cleared escrow, and that's the kind of money that they spent. That it escrows that money.
Wow.
So I won't even get the number. But
Right.
anyways, I said, watch. And he goes, what are you gonna do, dude? I go, watch. And then I talked to her and I talked to him, and he was satisfied. It was just her that she couldn't deal with the color. And I said, sit inside this car. I go, how does this car feel to you? It's good, but the color and interior. I go, no, you see the mirror right there? That rear view mirror? I go, look how your eyes contrast with this interior when you're sitting in it.
That salesman talk there.
She did, dude. She dug it. My brother goes, you're good.
Well, 'cause it's true.
And she
doesn't see-
did. She hooked in. She and her complexion, everything.
Right.
I didn't know about that part, but just the eyes, because she had like green eyes, and it was like a saddle interior. So when she sat in there with like her skin is all kind of like olive, Peruvian.
Right.
I mean, just like she glowed. And I wasn't lying. She looked in the thing, and her husband took a picture and looked, and okay, done.
Kill them with kindness.
Kill them with kindness.
Show me the money. but
Yeah,
but that's what it was. I mean, because I know a lot of guys I talk to.
It's
Yeah,
true.
a lot of guys we talk to, builders that that's your contacted, pay the bill, you're doing. I can't do that, man. Like I said,
you want
everybody-
them to leave. on
yeah,
good terms,
and that's it.
as they know. How many people do they know?
10 people,
10 people.
at least. And even if they're not around here, I mean, they go to shows. They're in another country. So, but with that being said, man, we dissolved our time. I'd love to have you guys back, man. I know
Let us
if
know.
you guys go to any of the events, I know we're working on. I know last year we worked on Combates America. We did actually the podcast at the weigh-ins, at the official
Oh,
weigh-ins.
nice.
We're there, and we're hopefully, God willing, we're going to try to do that again there. So if you guys are there, come join us, man. Sit down.
for sure.
And
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
so we have that luxury to do that, whether we're here or at Tachi Palace or the LFA came, all these. So that's what we're trying to do, is be the local connection, for when these promotions come that we go out there.
Yeah, you should be.
But with that being said, hey, God bless you guys. Continued success on this, man. Appreciate the gift and you guys spending time with us here. Shout out once again to Visalia MMA, 559 Fights, Leffler Digital, and of course our main people right here. Alonso, can't forget that guy, man. That guy's a blessing. And about millions, and the Spike and Rail. Those guys put this roof over our heads and let us do this
JC.
thing here.
Yeah,
Hey, JC Yamas, man, for the time. Bare knuckle, man.
Yeah.
Proud of you, brother. Proud of
Sure.
you. Thank you for the time. And that's a wrap from MMA Fight Pass, the HammerFist podcast. That's it. Right on. See, that's what we do, guys.
That's awesome.
You guys are great. You guys are definitely great at what you do.
It's like
I
sitting
love
in a
it.
treehouse, but chopping it up, man. All we need was the bomb next time.
No, oh my God.
So listen to this. This guy,
Something's coming.
this guy is big time with Million Bananas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's going to Vegas for actually. So
Oh, right.
it all goes hand in hand, right?
Right.
I can't smoke them because I have to smoke blunts. You know what I mean? There's nothing about it. Joints, everything. They're great, but I like blunts.